a right triangle. So remember we used sine, cosine, and tangent when we had right triangles? Well, now we're going to look at what happens if you don't have a right triangle. How do you solve it? And so one way that we can solve it is we can use what is known as the law of sines. And so first of all, let's go ahead and look at the following problem. Okay. Now this isn't the law of sines yet. This is just an area problem that we're going to look at. And it says find the area of the triangle. And so in order to find the area of a triangle, we need to know the base. We also need to know the height. And so right here I have the height. Okay, but what I need to do is find that height. And so in order to find that, I'm going to utilize two pieces of information. I'm going to utilize this piece of information right here, the 40 degrees, and the 100 meters. So using that 40 degrees, let's label. What side is H? Opposite. What side is 100? Hypotenuse. So what ties in opposite and hypotenuse? Sine. So I know that the sine of 40 degrees will equal H over 100. So let's solve that and find what in fact H is. What is the sine of 40, guys? 0.6428. And that's going to equal H over 100. So now I need to go ahead and solve that for H. So that means I need to multiply both sides by 100. And what do I get? 64.28. And that's going to equal my height. So now in place of this, I now have 64.28. Well, I know that the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So I've got 150 times 64.28 divided by 2. Okay, so what do you get your area to be? 4,821. Okay, and label will be meters squared. So now what I want you to do with that in mind is I'm going to give you a few minutes here. Find this one. So did we get an answer?
Yeah.
What did we get?
391.
391?
0.695.
Okay, whoa.
We all get way different answers.
We all got different decimals.
390,
Not us.
2.04.
2.04. What did you get your height to be? 23.78. There's your difference. Okay, depending on how you rounded, that's going to throw off your answer. Okay, so anyway, we can find the area. Now what we're going to look at, okay, do you think we need to look at another one or do you got it down? Okay, this one of the reasons why I wanted to look is here's your base, here's your height. Okay, so here's your angle, here's your opposite, here's your hypotenuse. So that's one of the things when they turn the triangles, you still need to do that and make sure that you observe and understand what they're given. Here's the law of sines. The law of sines is one of the easiest formulas in trigonometry. Okay, law of sines states that the sine of angle A over side A equals the sine of angle B over side B. Okay. Now, does it just have to be A and B? No, it could be anything. It could be sine of C over C equals sine of H over H. Biggest thing is these need to match. Now, when I say match, it means that whatever side and whatever angle they are, they have to be the same variable. So you could have Alright, so let's go ahead and look at this. Find the length of side B. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for angle side combinations. So what side is angle 38 paired up with?
B.
B. This is the side. So I can write that as sine of 38 over B equals, okay, what side is 59 paired up with?
Sine of 59 over 350.
350. So I have the sine of 59 over 350. It's just an equation, and actually it's just a proportion that we need to solve. So what is the sine of 38 to 4 decimals?
0.6157.
0.6157 over B equals, what's the sine of 59?
1.8572.
Okay, so it's a proportion, so do you remember how we solve those? You multiply, and then you can just divide. So multiply 350 times 0.6157, and then divide by 0.8572. What do you get B to equal?
39.
Okay, pretty straightforward. Let's look at another one. Find the length of side B.
Oh, that's
So now what do I do?
42 sine
Okay,
30
sine of 42 over B equals
60 over
sine of 60 over 30. So now I need to know what sine of 42 is.
0.6691.
16691 over B equals
8660.
30. So now you multiply, divide.
23.9.
Okay, what do you think of the law of sines? Okay, we've got another type of problem we're going to look at before we get going, and notice this one. This one says find the measure of angle B. So you still set this up the same way, except for at the very end we have one little thing we need to do. So angle B is right here. So can somebody tell me my proportion?
Sine of B over 150.
Perfect. Equals.
69 over.
Okay. So let's go ahead and fill in what we know. We need to find out what the sine of 69 is. 0.9336. Okay. Now, so I have 0.9336. It's a 3, by the way. So what I need you to do now is multiply and divide and tell me what your decimal is.
0.5602.
0.5606? 5602.
5602.
Okay, so now we need to find an angle. So do we remember what button we use?
Negative
Yep.
sin.
Inverse sine, yep, there you go. Inverse sine. So when you do the inverse sine of that number, 0.5602, what do you get?
31.01. 07. What am I talking about?
There you go. Okay, so that's the last little trick you gotta do. We're gonna look at one more of those and we'll be done for today. Whoa, let's go back. There we go. Find the measure of angle B. So can somebody tell me what it is? Sine of,
Divided by 30 sine 60 over 7.
okay. So now, very first thing I need to know what sine of 60 is. 0.8660. Okay. So what we need to do now, multiply, divide. And what do you get?
21.79.
You got what?
21.
That's the final answer.
Oh no, I want to know what this angle this is.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, tell me what your angle is. 20.
21.
Oh, you just signed it. It's
Point.
0.3712.
Okay. Now if you do your inverse sine, you get your angle to be.
21.79.
Okay. Good job. So law of sines, fairly straightforward, fairly easy. You can use the law of sines when you have a non-right triangle. When you have a right triangle, you use sine, cosine, and tangent. Here you go. Page 657 through 658. I need you to do 1 through 11. Okay, 657 through 658, 1 through 11.